we find ourselves on planet Myraclia, which is deserted, inhospitable, with no life and wildly controlled by the elements. You'll be drafting, terraforming, and expanding Myraclia into a beautiful cradle of life full of greenery. You'll be drafting elements of different rarities and using them to terraform tiles of different surfaces on Myraclia, from their original dark appearance to the beautiful forests, mountains, water areas, and plains. You'll be scoring points by terraforming tiles and getting other possible benefits like additional elements now or for each round in the future. And you'll get bonus points for adjacent terraformed tiles. But be careful, because so will your opponents, which means strategies are heavily tied to interactions with the other players. At the end of the game, you're also scoring for having larger contiguous areas of terraformed tiles than your opponents, and for having a certain amount of surface types terraformed, like 4 mountains is 14 points. Myraclia is based on a unique and refined drafting mechanism where you might want the more rare elements, but by doing so, it puts you further back in turn order for when it comes time to spend all your actions successively when terraforming. However, it's not always best to go first when terraforming, because any elements not used can be traded for by players playing later in turn order, so you better be efficient with the elements that you draft. You can even impede your opponent's progress or solidify a specific tile for future planning by reserving a tile, which brings interesting strategic decisions. Myraclia packs a lot of depth into a game that can be played in less than an hour, and it only takes 5 minutes to set up. Myraclia also has many expansions available, 2 of which are even included with the base game. Eternity adds tokens to the tiles that can give extra points, elements, or add to the surface type. Darkness adds tiles that can't be terraformed, which can slow your opponent's contiguous growth down. You can also bundle the Luna expansion that brings an element everyone craves for that tests the will and self-restraint of their limits. There's also an additional expansion, Eva, available, which brings an ultimate solo experience against eternal opponents Adam and Eva, who have their own personality and distinctive way of playing, but you can also use them when playing with 2 humans, adding one of the eternal players as another opponent. Myraclia is for 2 to 5 players, takes 50 minutes to play, is for ages 14 and up, and it's available now. Click the link below to get your copy today, as Myraclia is a rare to find game printed in very limited quantities, not available in general retail chains, so it can become a precious gem for any board game enthusiast.